cool to...
The Bucks look to take charge at the Bradley Center. We're going to bring it to you live from Milwaukee. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at DeAndre Jordan.
Now, Jordan has a 9.5-foot standing reach. When you combine that with outstanding leaping ability, and you can see why Jordan can be such a lethal defender.
Yeah, very true, Steve. It's even tougher if you're the one trying to do the shot block. He has such great length and leaping ability that trying to go up and swat him is just asking to be put on a poster. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win against the Pistons in Detroit. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. It came right down to the wire.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Here's Leonard, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Leonard's got the game going here with the first basket for the Cavs. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Mike Brown and I shared a few moments. He said that they'd be focusing a lot of their defensive energies on containing Ty Lawson, especially in transition. He added, Lawson is one of the fastest players in the league, so if you let him get out and run, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. We've got to keep him in the half court and limit his penetration. Guys?
And thank you, Doris. Here's Oladipo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Well, the Bucks playing here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, one of the older arenas in the NBA at around a quarter century. And the Bucks have said they'll leave Milwaukee after the 2017 season unless a new arena is built.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ellington dishes to Parsons. Now the feed to Lawson. And back to the arena situation here in Milwaukee. This is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. Steve, that can make it tougher to get an arena done.
Well, and there's a potential change in ownership that has loomed over the franchise as well. Obviously, we all want to see the team stay in Milwaukee. A lot of great history here going way back. So hopefully an arena deal will get done.
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Dishes to Oladipo. Leonard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Leonard's got 5 points so far. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And the Bucks with some changes. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Lopez. Damian James comes in for Al Harrington. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Wayne Ellington. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Knocked away. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Rubio leading the charge. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
And an overpowering first. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Damian James. Barbosa is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Hickson in at the center position. Here's Lamb. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Won't happen right away, but Jeremy Lamb has all the I think, to be a fantastic defender at the NBA level. Young players oftentimes take a couple of years to figure it out defensively, but he's got everything he needs to be elite at that end.
And Jeremy Lamb, a 6'11" wingspan for this kid. He's shown promise offensively as well.
Very smooth with that jump shot. He can finish big time when he gets to the rim. Still young and paying his dues, but you got to love his upside. A lot of potential.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. He had a nice open look right there. Lamb's got 4 points in the quarter. Bucks trail by 13. There's the pick. Barbosa off the pick from Singleton. Felix defended by Lamb. Backing down is Hickson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers leading by 13. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Passes to Lamb. Here's Kanan, defended by Singleton. Kanan kicks to Buddington. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Barbosa. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Hickson. Harrington comes in for Chris Singleton. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Well, Steve, and back to Coach Drew, of course, he ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. You know, the Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
Pass to Blake. Puts it up from 17. Good as the jump shot falls. Blake's got his first basket. Cleveland leading by 11. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kanan, the pass to Jones. It's stolen by Harrington. And now running it up the court, Blake pushing it all the way. That cuts the lead to single digits.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Got a piece of it. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, last year, collectively, I mean, this team shot 74% from the free throw line. Pretty low number.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back. Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The NBA season is rolling right out in Brooklyn.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the third quarter about to get going. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Oladipo is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Thompson in at the four-man position. And Rubio kicks to Jordan. Rubio with a screen on Lopez. Oladipo off the pick from Thompson. Back to Jordan. Shot off the pick. The rebound by the Bucks. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And I'll tell you what, even though they looked like the better team a year ago, they only managed a split of the season series.
Lopez dishes to Lawson. Covered by Rubio. Harrington for three. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Harrington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, if you don't make the playoffs and a team you handled all right does, I mean, that gives you a little confidence that you can be among those 8 seeds next time around.
Kevin, I think it should give you some confidence. I'm sure both teams have that as their goal, getting to the playoffs, and they've shown us some great games in the past when they've met up. This should be a lot of fun.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Lawson against Rubio. Parsons sets a screen for Lawson. Now the dish to Ellington. Just 5 to shoot. Parsons into Harrington. And Jordan with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. While we have the chance, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top shooting small forwards at the free throw line during the last month. Chandler Parsons, number 1.
And that means he can afford to be very aggressive as a slasher because of how proficient he is at the foul line.
I really would like to see him get even better at drawing contact and getting himself to the line. I mean, unless there's a drop-off in that tremendous percentage of his, that's what he should be trying to do every time.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Man, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
The Bucks trail by 6. Lawson up top. He's covered by Thompson. Lets it fly. The shot is off, and Cleveland will come the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
No question, a lot of fans will be focused on that matchup for Brooklyn.
Lawson the pass to Ellington. Harrington. Lawson outside. And it's blocked by Oladipo. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And some changes here for the Bucks. Dixon comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Damian James in for Chandler Parsons. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Oladipo kicks to Rubio. Thompson a screen on Lawson. He feeds it to Oladipo. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 4 assists now tonight.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Here's Oladipo. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 13. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Cleveland.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
We've got Wayne Ellington. Brook Lopez is out there with Hickson. Then it's Lawson. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the Bucks making a change here. Parsons is checked in. Ellington kicks to Lopez. Just his first attempt. The shot is good off the backboard.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
The drive by Rubio. Jordan sets the pick for Rubio. Outside Leonard. Launches it. Good. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
You know, their three-point shooting since halftime is about as good as you could possibly ask for, guys.
Now's the time to put the pedal to the metal, boys. Keep firing those deep balls and build that lead up.
Parsons attacking.
That Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send down to the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense and is very consistent. Terrence Jones is checked in for Tristan Thompson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. A three off the inbound, and Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Jones. 6 points here for Ricky Rubio. .136 left here in the fourth quarter. Harrington dishes to Lawson. Lawson gets the screen from Lopez. Lawson kicks to Ellington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Jones with the screen on Lawson. And Rubio kicks to Jones. Good D by Lopez.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Ellington the pass to Lawson. And the shot is good.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Rubio dishes to Oladipo. He kicks it to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Oladipo. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Leonard, no luck. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And Lawson with the drive. He dishes it to Lopez. 13 feet away. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here, really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
Rubio outside with the fadeaway. No good. And so it's Cleveland winning this one